Okay. Mr.
Sir,
Bachade Acharya.
I call the attention of the Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizer to the following matter of urgent public importance, and I request that he may make a statement thereon. Situation arising out of closure of some units of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation and Fertilizer Corporation of India and non-recovery of the subsidy overdrawn by certain fertilizer companies and steps taken by the government in regard thereto.
Other Minister. Statement.
Sir, the honourable members, of course now one, but the notice has been given by two, have raised two matters of public importance. One, concerning the situation arising out of closure of some of the units of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation Limited and Fertilizer Corporation of India, and other regarding the non-recovery of the subsidy overdrawn by certain fertilizers companies. I wish to clarify the position with regard to both the matters as follows. Insofar as the Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation Limited and Fertilizer Corporation of India Limited are concerned, both these companies have been declared sick industrial companies by the Board of Industrial and Financial Reconstruction. HFC has units in Durgapur, Barauni and Namrup. In addition, it has unique Haldia fertilizer project which was mechanically completed in November 1979, but due to variety of equipment related problems, obsolete technology and other reasons could never be commissioned. Government had to order suspension of commissioning activities of this plant in October 1986. Almost similar is the status of Food Corporation of India, which has units in Sindri, that's in Bihar, Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh, Ramagundam in Andhra Pradesh, Kalkar. Sir, how can I mention?
Mr. Akhilesh. No, this is not good. What is this? What you are thinking about the house?
And Talchar, Orissa. HFC has only one functional unit in Namrup, while Sindri is the only functional unit of Food Corporation of India. Government had taken a decision to revamp the Namrup project of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation at an estimated investment of rupees 350 crores and have also sanctioned necessary budgetary provision accordingly. Government has been regularly providing adequate budget for regular renewal of replacement of Sindri unit of Food Corporation of India, which has achieved a record production of over 3 lakh tons this year as a result of this fresh investment made by the government. The government of India has already decided to hive off Haldia unit of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation. A decision in respect of the other units of the two companies was, however, deferred. The matter will be placed before the government at an earliest date for a decision. It may also be appropriate to note that CRIPCO's proposal for availing itself of the infrastructure available to Gorakhpur for installing a new plant is also under government's consideration. Government policies with regard to Sikh public sector undertakings have been closely enunciated as that of revival of techno-economically viable units, closure of unviable units, while taking full care of the interests of the workers. Now, I come to the second issue. Understatement of capacity by some of the urea producing unit was first referred to in the report of the Joint Parliamentary Committee on Fertilizer Pricing in August 1992. Thereafter, this matter has been deliberated at various levels in the government. The High Powered Fertilizer Pricing Policy Review Committee, which was headed by Professor Hanumant Rao, has also referred to it in some detail. The Fertilizer Industries Coordination Committee had very recently considered the report of the expert committee constituted by it to examine various aspects of the matter. The Standing Committee of Petroleum and Chemicals had expressed its serious views on the matter and recommended that penal action against the defaulting companies be considered. The question of understatement of capacity has two aspects. One relating to initiating penal action and the other relating to recovery of the excess amount drawn as subsidy. Insofar as the penal action is concerned, it has been decided to refer the matter to the CBI for necessary investigation. Insofar as recovery of the excess amount drawn as subsidy is concerned, it has been decided to constitute a committee headed by Dr. Y.K. Alat with a view to determining the amounts recoverable from the defaulting companies. This quantification was necessary. Its advice will be obtained on the various aspects of the report submitted by the expert committee which were discussed by the FICC recently. While the action differed to above, in both these respects pertain to the past, the government also proposed to take remedial action through a new fertilizer pricing policy, which is at an advanced stage of preparation. Pending finalization of the new fertilizer pricing policy and the receipt of the report of the said Dr. Alak Committee, FICC has been directed to take such corrective measures as would result in minimizing the overdrawal. Due care will be taken in the new fertilizer policy to ensure that such unintended benefits do not accrue to the industry without in any way affecting indigenous production of urea on a sustained basis with proper returns. Such an approach is necessary to ensure availability of adequate quantity of fertilizers to the Indian farmers at affordable prices and also ensuring continued flow of investment in this sector.
In 1952, when first public sector fertilizer unit was inaugurated by our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru at Sindri, he said that he was inaugurating a temple of India, not a fertilizer industry. And these temples of India are now being demolished and dismantled by the present government, sir. They started from Gorakhpur, which was closed for more than 10 years. Then Barauni in Bihar, it was closed since 1/1/99. Then Durgapur, production was suspended in Durgapur unit. Then Talcher in Odisha, it was also closed. It has been closed. Then Ramagundam, a coal-based fertilizer unit, it is also closed. And in Assam, out of 3 units in Ramrup, only 1 unit is functioning, 2 are closed. Sir, this issue has been discussed a number of times on this floor of this house, and various committees have gone into the revival of all these units of Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation and Fertilizer Corporation of India. I am coming to the clarification, sir. Various committees have recommended for revival of fertilizer, these units of Hindustan Fertilizer and Fertilizer Corporation of India. But government is deterring. It has taken no action in regard to its revival. Sir, in 1997, United Front government, they approved a proposal, a package for the revival of the units, Barauni, Durgapur and Namrup. That proposal was approved by the Government of India, and Gorakhpur is under FCI. By spending 2,300 crores rupees,
Acharya, please.
But
Come to the clarification, please.
Till date, government has not taken any action. Rather, sir, the Barauni and Durgapur was functioning. They were producing urea, but government has suspended the production in these 2 units. Sir, what has happened? Entire Eastern India, starting from Gorakhpur.
At the same time, you have to see the entire mood of the junior members in the house also.
Barauni,
No, this is not
Durgapur, Haldia, Talcher and Namrup. Government has decided to revive only 1 unit, that is Namrup, 1 unit of Namrup, and will sustain the Sindri unit by replacement and by putting some by investment. Sir, there is not a single urea production unit in the state of West Bengal. West Bengal is now, sir, 6th in the consumption of fertilizer, whereas only producing unit, that is Durgapur, where it has been suspended. Sir, when Mr. Barnala was fertilizer minister, a proposal was made to start the production with little investment to the tune of 17 crores.
No.
By investing 70 crores, the production can be
Mr.
started
Lakshman said,
at Durgapur
Mr.
unit.
Lakshman said,
But this has not been done. Sir,
What you are asking, sir?
what I demand, sir,
We can
that
I
the government, whether the government should take concrete steps in regard to revive all these six units of Fertilizer Corporation of India, Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation, particularly Ramagundam also, Talcher and Durgapur, which is the only unit which was functioning, and Chandrasekharji is mentioning about Gorakhpur. And Gorakhpur, he has said that government is considering a proposal to have a new plant
rule doesn't permit you,
by
please.
Quidco at
Mr.
Gorakhpur.
Lakshman said,
Sir, my second question, why should I have not come to the second subject?
no, please
There are two
complete
subjects,
it.
sir.
What is this?
There are two subjects. You have clubbed because I submitted two call attention, but you have clubbed two call attention to one. So I have not come to the.
So tell me how much
important
time you want to take for a calling attention.
Sir, I want to know whether the government would take steps to restart the production at Durgapur by spending 17 crores, about which the proposal was submitted to the government of India. So next is about the gold plating of the nameplate capacities of the fertilizer companies.
No, please.
Sir,
It is not.
a number of fertilizer companies, they have overdrawn the subsidy. Now government has increased the price of fertilizer. Instead of increasing the retention price, government has put burden on the farmers of our country. Sir, this system, the changing of the nameplate, gold plating of the nameplate of the
Mr.
company,
Lakshman said,
capacity of the company.
this will not go on record, please.
What is this, sir?
Sir, what is this? We are not listening anything from the.
I have not come
We are
to
not
the
listening
second
from the
subject.
anything from the chair. What is this?
This is very important.
Okay, na? How much time you want to take?
I have not asked any
No, you have to
question
listen the chair also
about all of the
sometimes.
subsidies.
Simply speaking.
Sir.
This is not a debate, you know.
I'll take 1 minute only, sir. I'll take 1 minute. Sir, he has said, but yesterday he made a press statement. He has not mentioned about CBI inquiry. I want to know from the minister that when in 1998, Standing Committee of Petroleum and Chemical Fertilizer, they recommended for quantifying and for recovery of the amount overdrawn by the fertilizer company. Why no action was taken in 1998, 1998 itself? Whether when two expert committees, one joint parliamentary committee, another committee headed by Hanuman Dappa, they have gone
Vasudeva Acharya,
into
please.
these aspects,
No,
and they have also recommended for recovery of the overdue. Why no action was taken
Mr.
by the
Lakshman
government
said-
of India when they recommended,
Mr.
unanimously recommended
This
for
will not go on
recovery
record.
of the amount.
sir.
And
Mr.
since
Mr.
when,
Lakshman Saiti.
since when government came to know about the overdrawal of the subsidy? Thank you, sir.
Sir, Honorable Minister
already has made a statement regarding state of affairs of Haldia unit of HFC and also other units of the HFC. Sir, already Minister also has stated there is no fault on the part of the engineers, staff and workers. It is only because of the failure of equipments and also defects in the technology. So, my clarification, whether these defects can be modified and rectified, and the introduction of the high technology to operate this unit, it is my also clarification to him. Sir, in West Bengal, there is no urea producing unit at present moment. There is a demand increasing in West Bengal. About 10 lakh ton urea is being demanded at the present moment, but no urea plants. So that's why, sir, I want a clarification from Honourable Minister whether the government is considering revival of the unit of HFC by any joint sector, or because, sir, the asset value of the unit of HFC is very much high. So this asset can be equity share on the part of the government, and any private investor can be asked to run this factory. Second clarification I want from ministers, whether minister is considering any subsidy for the groundfield factory. The new greenfield factory, government is considering not to give any subsidy which is based on the naphtha as a feedstock. But my clarification from Honourable Minister, whether government will be considering subsidy to the brownfield factory because there is a existing infrastructure, plant and machineries. So, if government gives subsidy for a time being, I hope so many private investors and also government will be able to run this unit of naphtha-based urea factory. This is my submission, sir. And also IFCO and CRIPCO, which is having a very reserve fund, they can be also asked to run all these units as case in the same in the Gorakhpur. And by this way, we will be able to cater the need of the demands of the urea of West Bengal, and also at the same time, poor employee will get back their employment. Others, Minister has stated the interest of the close factory will be taken care of. Sir, I want to know from Honourable Minister how the interest of the seed unit, close unit will be taken care of by the government. This is my humble submission to Honourable Minister.
Sir, I already replied all the issues which were raised in the first body of question itself, hoping that I will be able to save a precious time of the House. But however, since two honourable members have raised certain clarifications, I would like to attempt to answer those. First, Hindustan Fertilizer Corporation, as on March 99, has an accumulated loss of 3,628 crores. The Fertilizer Corporation of India, as on the same date, has an accumulated loss of 5,049 crores. And therefore, any revival package that we are now going to consider must take these realities into consideration. When we are going to make any fresh investment into any of these projects, we must make sure that a cost-benefit analysis is properly made, and if we feel that the benefits are more than the cost that is going to be incurred, obviously we should revive the units. There is no doubt about it. Therefore, we will be guided by this policy. We have constituted several expert committees, including a very renowned institution like ICICI, which has submitted a report. If any of the units meet with this criterion of commercial viability, definitely these units would be revived. I would like to assure you. Sir, secondly, this is a fact that Eastern India, which consists states of Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, Eastern UP also can be considered as part of that. Our Honourable former Prime Minister hails from that area. Sir, we are really concerned with this area. Mr. Mulayam Singh ji also was trying to mention that issue probably. Sir, Kerala. But I am talking about Eastern India, Kerala. I cannot take South India into Eastern India. I will take it later. And I cannot change. I don't have the authority or the competence to change geography. So, yeah. So, sir, therefore, what we are proposing, sir, is this sector of this part of India, unfortunately, has no working fertilizer plants, which is a fact. There are very few plants which are functioning, are not functioning properly. Therefore, this part of India must receive a topmost attention of the government. New fertilizer plants which are going to come up in this area must certainly take this reality into consideration, which is of prime importance, and this is a real policy initiative we want to take. How we want to do it? Sir, many of the plants in those sectors are naphtha based. So therefore, we are now thinking, I am not assuring the House, but I will just give you an indication about what we are really considering very actively, is that a naphtha based plant, if they are going to be revived and they are going to convert into a gas based plant, which is the recommendation of even Dr. Hanumantrao committee, the high powered committee which was constituted, we will consider a one-time possibility of some financial support which will enable these companies to convert themselves and become viable. So this is something which we are considering.
No, let him.
Sir, secondly, this is the first thing. Second is a coal base. Sir, in India, the feedstock that we normally use is either naphtha, natural gas, fuel oil or LSCH, but unfortunately we are not using coal as a feedstock because those technologies, it was there but unfortunately failed. It has failed. It has failed, that's what I am saying. Please listen. What I have said, sir, this is unfortunately those plants which use coal as a feedstock, unfortunately did not become commercially viable. First thing I did, please listen. First thing I did after becoming...
No.
उसी में बेरा दे दिए कि गोरखपुर में करबो पूरा तरह से तैयार है, केवल एनओसी देना है और आप कह रहे हैं विचाराधीन है। विचाराधीन नहीं है, आप देना नहीं चाहते। आप क्यों नहीं देना चाहते?
तो आप मुझे उत्तर बताइए, वही मैं दे दूंगा। आप उत्तर बता दीजिए, मैं वही दे दूंगा। तो ठीक
नहीं, कार्रवाई से इसको भी निकालिए सर। अगर इनका कार्रवाई निकाले तो इनका भी कार्रवाई से निकालिए।
तो सर एक कोल निकाल जाए। सर जिस दिन हमने ही पहले 1 महीने में ही जब से मैं मंत्री बना हूं, हमने एक टास्क फोर्स का गठन किया जिसमें कोल बेस पे टेक्नोलॉजी के आधार पर फर्टिलाइजर देश में किस तरह से बनाया जा सकता है उसका हमने गठन किया। बहुत ही जल्द सेंट्रल इंडिया में हम उसके ऊपर एक इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार करें और इसके करें। तो गोरखपुर पे आ रहा हूं मैं, 1 मिनट जरा मैं कहने तो दीजिए। तो उन्होंने जितने सवाल उठाए उसके ऊपर मेरे को जवाब देना है। सर दूसरी तरह से हमने हल्दिया फर्टिलाइजर प्लांट का रिवाइवल के बारे में सवाल उठा गया। सर 1986 में this fertilizer plant was closed. It was not closed in last 1 year, as Mr. He has said that a modern temple of development we are trying to demolish. In fact, we would like to worship in any temple, modern or otherwise, even ancient, provided the temple is serving its purpose. Unfortunately, when we came in the government, the temple was already demolished because in 1986 the decision was taken to decide that this plant should be closed. So this is not a decision that we have taken. I know. What we really want to do is certainly, as far as Haldia is concerned.
So it is better to address the chair, Mr. Minister.
So therefore, as far as Haldia is concerned, we will also consider a joint venture. If there is somebody who wants to come forward, we will definitely consider formation of a joint venture as has been demanded. But sir, I am going beyond this. Sir, very soon, I will come out with a comprehensive white paper, not only about the units that you have mentioned, including Gorakhpur. I am coming out with all comprehensive white paper on all 6 fertilizer plants in India. What could be done for that? I am coming out with a comprehensive white paper and I am going to present it, if possible, before. Sir, sir, you have not done it. When, sir, there is such a long time, the United Front government was there, unfortunately that could not be done. So please give some time. We will definitely try to do it as quickly as possible. Sir, as far as brownfield projects are concerned, it is fact, as has been mentioned, even in Gorakhpur. So Gorakhpur has got very good infrastructure. Gorakhpur unfortunately did not become viable for a variety of other reasons, but it has got a very good infrastructure. So we are already finding out from any company who would be interested to set up the factory, new factory there in Gorakhpur. Will certainly give permission to them, provided they come forward and the viability, as I already established, I have already said, established. So therefore, sir, the last point about, sir,
सिरे से आप क्यों नहीं एनओसी दे रहे हैं?
And sir,
no, Mr. Minister, please.
Natural gas.
Minister,
plenty of natural gas is available in the Godavari basin. That Ramakundam could be connected to natural gas.
You can address the chair, Mr. Minister, please.
Sir, the government has already come out with a vision statement on hydrocarbons 2025. After considering the vision statement of 2025, it appears that beyond year 2010, the availability of natural gas to be used as a feedstock to manufacture fertilizer may not be to the extent to which it is desired. Therefore, we have to also take some alternative measures. And the Hanumantra committee itself had recommended probably a formation of joint venture at a source where such natural gas is best. So we are definitely considering all these aspects. I will thank two honorable members, including Mr. Acharya as well as Mr. Lakshman Seth, for bringing it to our attention, and we'll take that into account.
Mr. Speaker, sir. May I request the Honorable Minister to come to the specific point. CRIBCO has given a proposal. They have said that they will manage the finances also. It has been taken into consideration by all the agencies of the government, and everybody has recommended that this plant can be restarted, and CRIBCO is ready to take up the matter. Months back, I wrote to the Honorable Minister, and he was kind enough to give me a reply that it is under the active consideration of the Government of India. If the money is there, if the feasibility report is there, if everybody has recommended, why this delay in giving order or permission to this particular industry, CRIBCO, to set up the plant and restart it?
Sir, it is not just simple NOC, but we are really examining this matter, and as soon as we come to a conclusion that is a viable unit and the CRIBCO is ready to set it up, we will consider it.
Mr. Speaker, please, Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, viability aspect has been taken into consideration. There is a report that it is a viable proposal. The finances are there. Everything is there. There are some people who are interested that this plant should not work.
No, please. No, the minister.
Sir,
Mr. Minister, please. No, please, Mr. Radhakrishna, please take it. No, I am not allowing you, please. You can address the chair, Mr. Minister, please. You can address the chair.
Sir, as I mentioned, the LNG or the natural gas which has to be made available, because the High Court committee for which the reference has also been made by Mr. Vasudev Acharya, if LNG or natural gas has to be made available, and that is what is the recommendation of the expert committee. So in that light, we are considering the proposal of CRIBCO, and therefore we will take a final decision.
Plenty of gas is available.
Now the House will take up the J. Rao, Mr. P.R. Das Munshi.